All right, let's talk about why my brain feels like a cat on espresso and how journaling actually helps. I spent years thinking I was just bad at relaxing until I stumbled on one journaling trick that actually rewires your brain for calm. Today, I'll show you the science behind why it works, exactly how to do it, and I'll share a little story about how I discovered it. Welcome back to Peace in Progress. I'm Mary Beth, and if you're new here, this is the channel for finding calm in the chaos without pretending like we have it all together. Today, we're diving into stress relief journaling. So, not the Dear Diary kind of journaling, but a stream of consciousness technique actually backed by real neuroscience. Think of this as emptying your mental junk drawer. The one where you stash everything from, did I leave the stove on? To, is my house plant judging my life choices? This isn't about gratitude or deep reflection. It's mental decluttering. I like to think of it as giving your thoughts a timeout so they can't bug you for a while. Here's the cool part. When you write down your worries, you're activating cognitive load theory. Your brain only has so much space, like a laptop with way too many tabs open. Research from UCLA shows that putting feelings into words, what scientists call affect labeling, literally calms your amygdala, your brain's alarm system. It's like telling your brain, hey, chill, I've got this. There's also the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain fixates on unfinished business. Writing things down tricks your mind into thinking, okay, that's handled, so you can close those mental tabs. And get this, a 2018 study in the journal Anxiety, Stress, and Coping found that just 15 minutes of expressive writing lowered people's cortisol. That's your stress hormone. So this isn't just feel-good advice. It's actually changing your brain chemistry. So here's how you do it. Step 1. Grab paper and pen or open your laptop. Either will work fine. It's just about preference. I actually do both depending on my mood. Step 2. Set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes. This keeps you from wasting time overthinking. Step 3. Write down every single thing on your mind. Work stress, weird dreams, why your cat seems personally offended by your existence. Everything is fair game. Don't worry about grammar or spelling. This isn't going on your resume. Step 4. Keep your hand moving. If you blank out, write, I don't know what to write until something else pops up. The magic happens after you get past the obvious stuff, so you have to just let your mind go. Step 5. When the timer dings, stop. Don't read it back right away. Just close the notebook. You've just downloaded your mental chaos. Step 6 is optional if you're up for it and want to take it a step further. After a break, review your list. Categorize tasks. You might group similar items into categories like now, next, later, or someday. So I actually started stream of consciousness journaling a few years ago out of pure desperation. I was stuck in an anxiety cycle of worrying and ruminating on things that were completely out of my control. Plus all the usual stuff, like what I needed to buy at the grocery store, product ideas, and of course the random thought like, do penguins have knees? One night, I sat down with a notebook and just started writing it all out. Not fancy journaling, no deep reflections, just everything that was clogging up my brain. It looked more like a grocery list written by a sleep-deprived raccoon than a thoughtful journal entry. But when I got it all down onto paper, I felt a real sense of relief. Like I'd taken all the clutter from my head and dumped it in a drawer where I didn't have to think about it anymore. And here's the funny thing. Some of the stuff that I wrote was so ridiculous I couldn't help but laugh. Like, remember to buy Scotch tape was written right next to figure out what I'm doing with my life. But that's the magic of this style of journaling. It doesn't have to make sense. You just get it all out. And over time, it became my go-to reset button whenever I felt overwhelmed or anxious. So what happens after you try this? You might feel lighter, or you might just feel like you wrote a weird grocery list, but both are wins. The real magic is in making this a habit, because over time, you'll notice your brain doesn't hang on to stress quite as tightly anymore. If you try this, let me know in the comments. Bonus points for sharing the quirkiest or weirdest thing you wrote down. No judgment, I promise. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe to join our mindful community. I add new videos every week. I hope to see you next time.